Hello everyone! I'm so happy that you're here. This channel hit over 1,000 subscribers, which is just, yeah, amazing. So pause this video, and if you haven't watched the previous one, the 1,000 subscribers giveaway, you have to go because there is a prize. This bag, you can pick one of Hedgehog's Fibers yarns, ink, or birthday cake. You know, my flower power collection small sets, circular or DPNs. Pick a color you like. So don't forget to subscribe if you're for the first time and go for that because, well, let's face it, we're good. We'll welcome you with open hands too. Okay. So let's start rumbling and bumbling a bit. Okay, today's going to be all over the place. Now, so definitely I'm going to include giveaways in the jar section, patterns, and I watched a few episodes of other podcasters, so you need to forgive me that. And there's loads that I would love to make and be able to do. Then obviously what's on my needles, what's off my needles, and a bit here and there, and I will explain why I recorded how I knit 2 videos. I think that's all. Let's start. Okay, few words about myself. My name is Barbara. I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and gets bored from time to time, and I need to chill out from time to time, and that's why I knit. I've knitted since I remember, maybe when I was 11, 12-year-old. So that's that. Thank you so much for coming in again. If you click over here, feel welcomed. And if you're for the first time, I hope you enjoy my videos and those short ones too, when I'm completely silly. But yeah, I just like things that I make. Now, giveaway section. I completely forgot, maybe not forgot, but you know, I work St. Patrick's Day and I work Good Friday Day, but at least I can share some stuff with you. So when I came back from work, I quickly looked through the Instagram because addiction. Yeah, you can find me over there as knittingILove too. And I figure out, well, I take a quick photo and post a Go Green giveaway and give some discount from my green sets. So I did. Thank you so much for purchasing some. It was so cool for me to make packages and send it to you. And just to announce, because I've sent that prize already to a winner, the Instagram winner was, or is, that was entry 26, and is Marvelous Miss P Knits. Oh yeah, that was fun. So if you have my pouches, I will be under the heaven, in the heaven, over the moon. If if you use hashtag flower power KIL, so knittingILove, not kill, KIL. That way I can just go through it and see where they are. And I know the summer is coming, so if you're going somewhere, going out, and you're taking your knitting kit with you, yes, take a photo and tag me too, because I don't have a clue if I'm going to go anywhere for my holidays. Almost the end of the month, so I have a hat. I have a thing through the year, which I started even before podcasting, that I knit a hat and then I give that hat away. So at the end of this month, I will draw a winner for the hat. Yeah, I'm knitting one already for April. About that in a sec. So that's the one. And then, like I mentioned, we hit 1,000 subscribers. And I should say I hit it, but it's not me who pressed it. So basically you hit it. Yeah, 1,000. And it's just, wow. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I don't know what to say. I know there's so many of you as weird as I am. Can I say that to you? So now, let's do in the jar section. Well, the month is not over yet, so I can't draw anyone, but I said to you I watch many new too podcasters, and I have more to add. Now, first person that I want to add into my jar, so nominate, is a person, a lady, who basically according to the information that I'm getting, it's my neighbor-ish. Well, basically, I live in the middle of the nowhere, and I'm not talking about country, I'm talking about the place that I'm in. And she is in a radius of 6 kilometers, so I classified it as a neighbor, okay? And that person, who is unfortunately not in the country, she travels around, and at the moment, I think, she's in Australia. So you know who I'm talking about. Yes, it's Grace O'Neill, and if you haven't seen her podcast, you have to. So now I'm quite concerned because she's as hyper as I am. So is the water that we're drinking over here, or what the heck? Should I be aware of something? Yes, so give me a sec. Nominations, yes. I'm not sure if Grace has a name for her podcast, but I think that's her YouTube channel. In the jar. Yes. Now, two ladies in my mind, just starting podcast, and they're so much fun. You need to watch them, and especially their beginnings. Few seconds, how they're set up the camera and how it all starts is just... it's all the thing you need to know how we feel when we're here. It's so weird. So, right, who's that? So their names are Kaylee and Carrie, and they're from Notorious Podcast. So, ladies, you're going to go into my jar. My lovely handwriting. In. And now, the third podcaster that I want to add is Spicy Homemaker, and that's Melissa. How came I across her? Well, the funny thing, she tagged me into her Ravelry thread that she mentioned me, and I was curious, so I went over and I looked it up, and she mentioned me because one of you viewers bought some of my sweets coasters and sent it to her, and that's so cool. I was like completely surprised. So yes, Melissa. Oh, and not only that, why I'm adding Melissa, but the episode that I watched, she basically stood up her chair and showed her butt into the camera. You're the girl. Yes. Hilarious. So you're in my jar or something like this. Woo! Yes. So cool. And you need to know now why. And I'm definitely going to put those episodes into my show notes, so check that out. Melissa, you are nominated. And that's it. I hope I haven't forgot about anyone. If I did, tag me on Ravelry, send me a message on Instagram. Yeah, why not? The world is big. The YouTube is huge. I'm lucky that someone found me. Yeah, tell me where you are. So I'm going to draw one of you during the next episode. I can't wait. Now, what's on my needles? Let's break with knitting a bit. So, I got some lovely bags from one of my lovely viewers. Thank you so much for them. I couldn't wait and leave them and show them without being used. I basically opened up and stuck stuff into them. I'm sorry. But obviously the one for a giveaway, I haven't touched. I opened the zipper. Yeah. Anyway, so in this lovely one, isn't that a flower power? I love everything with flowers. So it is huge. I have 3 bowls in it. And look at that. And I'm not sure if that's a glass or plastic, but basically you almost be able to see it through. Let's open it up and we see, ooh, yellow. So what do I have over here? Oh yeah, that's the front. And that's the back. I have over here a hat that I'm making for next giveaway, which is this one. You see, that's for circular needles, but I had to come up with an idea what to do when I'm knitting a hat. So when I'm using my markers, but you see the ones that I have, I don't have a proper markers. So I use a piece of yarn and I just clip it, something like this. But they're very good for shawls, for long cables. Well, anyway, I like them for that. So what I'm using, I got a mohair from my mom. I told you about that. So I'm using mohair. I like to mix colors together. And this is acrylic yarn. And that's Hayfield, 2 colors. They're cutie. I like blue. Bonus DK, and this is 0730, and this is 0998. So that's blue, that's kind of greenish. So I figure out, so I have a biro over here. And what else I have? Oh yeah, I'm going to work on DPNs on the top, so I have DPNs ready. And this is it. I think I cast it on 80 stitches. I think so. And this needle's that's 3.5. I think. I'm so bad. Wait. No, that's 3.5. That's 3.5 millimeters needle circulars. That's 40 centimeters wire, so I don't have to play with the magic loop. I'm just going crazy. And at the stage I am now, I'm going to descend. And the way I'm going to do that, I'll just play along. That's not a pattern, I just came up with it. I like my dress where I used those cables. I don't think I've knitted a hat with the cables before, so let's classify it as the first one ever. So I did something like this. So we shall see how it goes. What I want to do, I want to keep on with this pattern up and just decrease from the sides. I have in my head what kind of shape that should make. The idea I have with the decrease, but at the end of the day, I don't have a clue. I know because you all love pom-poms, there will be a pom-pom for this one, I think, in this color. First time I used over here a long tail cast on, because on all my hats I'm using the cast on that I showed at the end of the video about how I cast on. So I feel the difference. This is quite tight. The one that I make, it's so stretchy that sometimes you're so afraid that it'll be too stretchy. But I don't like to have anything squished. So that's that. Hey. And I also got a cover for tissues. Looks like that. There's a flower. Thank you, Terry. Look at this one. I'm not really good in fabrics that much per se, but this is quite solid. It's really nice. And look at those flowers. So what I have over here, once I saw it, I straight away felt that I need to, oh yeah, look at this. And I have dots in here. Oh yeah, you can see them. And I figure out, yeah, I still have it on my needles, so I'm still showing it to you lads. This is Whispering Pine Shawl by Homespun House, and I'm still looking for that yarn or some leftovers that I think I may get from different yarns. Will that work? It's completely different texture. This is more like that singles. Well, that's still on my needles. It's beautiful. I also have identical bag that you see over there. Well, it's not really identical because the zip goes in a different way. That one will go this way. So I thought whoever can knit with a hand will have a zip to open up. This one is not like that, but I love it. Definitely going to use it, and I'm actually using it now. So think inside. What do I have? I have 4 balls over here, and look, there's still space. 4 balls and I started to knit socks for Sebastian. And this is Woolcraft Superwash sock yarn, and this color is I think 44 because I saw the photo on Instagram and that's what I wrote down. So yay. So over here, that's Haya Sharps. I have here, and it really nicely knits up. See this? Yay! Although the next color I'm going to use when I finish ribbing is this one. Kind of jeans color. It's perfect jeans color, and that's 5-2. I have my sets here of DPNs and hooks. So in case I'll be looking for them, let me know. They're in this bag. Perfect. It's going to, I think it's going to be my bag, my work bag. When I go to work and on during my breaks and knit, I hide somewhere and I knit. I think this is going to be my one. Yes. Thank you again, Terry. Oh yeah, Terry doesn't have an Etsy shop, but I presume she should have one. She knows what the knitter needs, and it is beautiful. You need to do it quick. But at the moment, this is one-in-a-kind present just for me. So yeah, I know, you're so jealous. Well, you don't have to. There's a giveaway. I know it is a little bit showing you so lovely things, but as I told you before, I did that pottermore.com test that everyone does, and I'm a Slytherin, but I don't have to feel left on my own because guess who else is? Shannon from Succetera. If you haven't seen her podcast, you have to, because she's going to meet my pal in the classroom. Yes, we're going to rock it. We will. We're such a badass. Well, positively twisted. Let's say it that way. Now, section what's off my needles. I have one thing that I finished, and it is socks. And I haven't made a video yet, but I will and show you more stuff. I'm not quite happy with it. Don't get me wrong, I did Hermione's Everyday Socks pattern, which I probably would have to redo on different yarn, but I don't know. This is it. And there are a few things that I like and a few things that I don't like. Did you know? And I have 2 things that I don't like and 3 things that I like. So anyway, I love the colorway. When it's plain, it's kind of okay when it's also in Hermione's. Sometimes it came up, so I'm not sure what I'd be like. I love it here. You see this? But when the cream and the grayishes, you sometimes see pearls. I'm not really a fan of that. But other than that, I really like it. I use 1x1 rib with my weird cast on. So it's not long tail cast on, so it's very stretchy. Well, stretchy, it comes back. Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and I love it. And in these socks, I used a proper purl, which is continental purl, because you know, I mix stuff, and that's why those videos. And then I did foot, and I finished the way Mina's has in her Mina's 2 at a time socks pattern / technique, and I like it. Although I think I go with the more with the troll one. I think I love this effect. I don't know. I love these socks, and I love this is Cinder and this is Cinder too. Yes, and there are things that I don't like. Okay, what else? So I like the colorway. I like Hermione's pattern, everyday sock pattern. And I like I really even like the size of those stripes. They're not even, but they're not too small. Although I cast it on just 60 stitches, not 64, which would probably narrow it down. So that cream and that black could be just there. But other than that, it's really nice. But if I had to pick, I'm picking this one. Now, what I don't like, I divide the ball into 2 sections and everything was working fine, but then somewhere over here, something's changed. And you can notice that in one sock, I have a blue stripe, and on this one I don't. And I work 2 at the time. So that looks nice, but that's the front. Just a little tiny bit. So, why? How did that happen and why? I don't know. There is a difference with 2 rows in regards colorways. So that's a little bit off because let's face it, this yarn I don't think is hand dyeing yarn, so you know, and I think I see where. And the second thing what I don't like, it's actually about yarn, and this is cinder, so I love this one. So I think I have something wrong with actual ball, or this is a wax that it's going to come off. But there was sections, and it's only in one sock, I think, that I found, that the yarn wasn't fluffy. It was like a thread or like a string, and I haven't blocked them yet, and I'm going to do so, and I hope that's going to disappear, which will eliminate this thing. That's not this one. But I'm going to show you, like you see here. And I hope you can hear that too. That's how hard it is. And this is again here, here. And it's all only on the cream color, as I noticed now. So yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. You could actually see those places here, here, and here, for instance. And it's not my knitting or anything like that. It's just basically that it was so stiff. So as I'm not so experienced with yarn, I hope that this is just wax, and when they'll have a bath, it's going to disappear. That's two pairs. I think I have 3 overall. Now, I was watching loads of podcasters, and I was browsing through the patterns, and why? Because I want to knit a hat, and I'm looking for a good one. I want to do a ribbing with this one, and the main one over here. What do you think? Cool, huh? Then I was thinking maybe this one, or I don't know, or maybe a scarf with this. And then I have, that's 200 grams. Ooh, that's orange, but that's red. And they call it basically a scarlet. That's another one. That's a yellow one. That's a cream one. I want to make something with it. I think I have a double of those things. So I'm thinking about some coat or sweater. And that's 100% wool, so let me know what you think about it. But that was my last birthday present. I got 100% yarn, Irish yarn, and this is Kerry Wool & Meals, if you're not familiar with. And yeah, you get 200 grams for each 12 euro of that. So I think that's quite good. And it's not that bad. I'm allergic to a horse hair, so... And you know how I figured out once? I was in the hairdresser and she just brushed me through and I had a big red thingy around my neck. So yeah. Now, patterns. I will try to do my best and read them as best as I can. So, free pattern, Dress Shawl by Craig Rosenfield, and that's beautiful. Yeah, you know what, I'm not sure can I take photos, so check links down below, show notes, I'll definitely put that. Then there's another shawl, and it was mentioned during the episodes, those girls, the new girls that I just put into my jar, yeah. So Kelly, she's knitting it, and oh, it's beautiful. And it's called Campsite Shawl. And I have a caravan, and I camped through all my life being in Ireland. Yeah, and what I'm talking about Notorious podcast. Now we have another shawl, and apparently he's just used one ball, but I'm a loose knitter. Oh, Shannon, are you a loose knitter? Tell me. So this one is Kvothe, oh my gosh, no clue, Kvothe. And that was mentioned during Grocery Girls podcast, episode 8. People, episode 8. Those ladies rock. And ooh, that was beautiful. That was something about dropping stitches. I like something simple, but something that I have a spark. And that shawl is, yay, something that I want to have. Then I have written down Butter Skin by Jang Colombo. I don't remember what that is, but I'll leave a link because it's definitely worth it. Yay! And just to let you know, if you haven't watched it, I was able to make a quick video about Narita Express Show, which was a blast. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? And it's already nicely packed. I'm going to send it. Yay, Marsha, you rock! You have to make more, and come on, give me more. I'm knitting them all. I can review all of them. That was a pleasure, a pure pleasure, and I know some of my viewers, some of you are knitting it now, and you're enjoying that too. And I think that's a really good choice if you go with the gradient yarns, because I saw a few already people there knitting with the gradient yarns. I know I had a greyish, but now there was a quite turquoisey, darker purple thing I think going on over there, and that looks really cool too. So yes, go knit that one, knit it. I will leave links in the show notes to that pattern too. Flossy hat, you've seen that? I had a blast. Yeah, with all that makeup, not really the best appearance. I could have done it better, but I'm not a makeup artist, so yes. I hope you had a blast. I hope you had a laugh. That's what that video was about. Now, how I knit. So, during the last episode I mentioned that I just figured out something that I was doing weird with pearls, and then I heard Marsha talking about her beginning experience, her knitting and the courses and stuff like that. I've never went to any courses, and when I started knitting, I basically locked myself in the room and I figured out how to do it, because even though my mom could knit and can knit, she's not the best teacher. So just figure out a young 12-year-old girl who just slams the door, goes into her room, sits on the floor with a needle and a yarn and saying, I figured it out. And that's what I figured out. At the end of the video, you have some cast on that I couldn't find. What's that about? What's names? Definitely, I probably didn't come up with something completely brand new. So yeah, if you let me know what cast on it is, I will just write down over there too. But this is what all my project I've done. I didn't do a long tail cast on because my mother was using it. Okay, leave it. So then I watched Mina's short video about her brioche, and I noticed how she purls, and I looked how the yarn goes, and I just knit myself because I keep the yarn in my left and everyone else keeps it in the right. Well, majority videos, people and everyone, I'm just that one. So I figured out eventually that I'm doing it wrong, and I had to learn how to flip it, so I'm still not the best in it, but yes. And then one of my group members, she posted a video about Eastern European style and continental style, and I was like, what the heck, that's all it's about. But I had to figure out it on my own. So, well, heck, I know everyone wants to see how we knit, And there's a hashtag how I knit. I haven't done that yet on YouTube. Sorry, I haven't done that yet on Instagram, but at least I show it to you on YouTube. So this is how I knit, and this is the story. So remember, do not mix Eastern European purl or knit with continental style. They have to stay together, because what I was doing, I was knitting in continental style, but I was using East European purl, and try it yourself if you want to see how it looks like. So yeah, I hope I helped. This is not me to teach anyone, because I'm here and you are there definitely in knitting. So that's that. So thank you for opening my eyes, and this is the Ravelry name because it's in Planka. Thank you so much. And now I have a Q&A section. So if you want to ask me a question, you can please do just start with these as a comment, so I know that you don't mind me to put a question over here. And someone asked me a question, and that's quite an interesting one. So HB Rodney asked me, you're probably being asked this a million times, but how long have you lived in Ireland? I can really hear the Irish accent and wondered if you picked it up as an adult or whether you grew up in Ireland. Well, I can definitely tell you that I do not have Irish accent, because if I did, everyone would tell me around here, and when I ask people, they don't have a clue what accent I have. I work with so many people, hello everyone, that I mix it up completely. Well, I learn English at school the way you probably learn German or French. When you move to other country and you start hearing stuff, and believe me, this is maybe not the best place to learn English, because you will hear lots of cracks, and after 3 years of being here, someone opened my eyes that I don't have to, sorry, in the first year of being here, I just got few years, because you don't have to say 3. You can say tree in Ireland. So there's loads of trees around over here. Then if you don't some words, you use yoke. So basically that I discovered after 3 years being in Ireland, that I don't have to learn words. I basically tell people, give me that yoke and do this yoke with that yoke, you know? So yeah, but people are lovely over here, so they will call you my love or me love, and yeah, it's so cool. I know I may use like quite a lot, which is quite popular in this area, and so at the end, or at the end of the sentence, or at the beginning of sentence. So I know that's bad. I shouldn't be saying things like that, but it's bad grammar. But that's what you're going to hear over here quite a lot. To give a hint to those ones who are foreign like me, and well, maybe you're Polish basically, because there's one YouTuber, a Polish girl, who's really good in showing 2 accents, and especially American and British accents, and that kind of clicked, that for some words sometimes I pick words that are easier for me to say, and I'm not really sticking to one. Oh yeah, and I don't think I've answered questions yet. So I came into Ireland in 2005, ages ago, and that was when I was in college. I was studying PE. Well, during my college time, I was saving money to come abroad, because I thought that I won't have enough money to do it at all. So at least before I start my life and everything around it, I will just spend some money and go wild, because probably nothing like that is going to happen to me. So that's what I've done, and I spent 2.5 months in Ireland, which completely changed my life. And I came back to Poland and I finished my college, and once I got my degree, I basically passed my test. I passed all my tests, and I didn't even collected cert or honours and stuff like that, and I came into Ireland. Yes. So I've been here for over 10 years now in one town, Limerick. You can ask me questions. If I feel strong enough to answer them, I will. So thank you for this question. That was my actually first question ever on YouTube. So thank you so much. And funny story is at work sometimes people who don't know me. I remember once someone had a bet, am I from New Zealand or Australia? So no way. And then I asked people who actually knows me and they said, no way, I don't have any of those accents. So that's that, because I've never been to Australia and I've never been to New Zealand, and the possibility of me going there, it's tiny. And I think that's all. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you didn't get bored, and see you next time. Bye. Needle over here, wrap it around and pull it through.